Hey. So I'm back. Hey. Let me just change a couple things there. So, another resume game, yes. Hopefully the lag will be better. And I'm playing on a much smaller screen. Oh look, I'm by the flashlight. I'm not lagging anywhere. So I don't know any controls except, WASD and what's wrong with the mouse. That's a nasty ass toilet and sink. I don't know if I can interact with anything in this game or not. Yeah, it's a chemical structure. That is ethanol. No, it's not. It's just... Yes, it is. What am I talking about? Ooh, that looks... Whoa. Okay. So, yeah, I'm just, like, still pushing random buttons. Nothing seems to do anything. I can walk and look. I guess that's kind of similar to Thunder, but I don't think this game is horror-based at all. So, it's a lighthouse, okay. I have no idea where to go or what to do. Yeah. It's an adventure. I assume this is just an adventure game. Looks like it could be really pretty. But I'm trying to stream it and the computer ain't that great. Sacrificing good gameplay for you. Quality visuals, anyway. Like, I don't... I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Wait a minute. I can zoom? If I hold down the left mouse button, I can zoom in. That's kind of strange. I suppose.
There was once talk of a wind farm out here, away from the rage and the intolerance of the masses. The sea, they said, is too rough for the turbines to stand. They clearly never came here to experience the becalming for themselves. Personally, I would have supported it. Turbines would be a fitting contemporary refuge for a hermit. The revolution and the permanence.
One thing I didn't know this game had is voice acting. Or crop circles. This isn't a crop circle. Kind of obviously, but it reminds me of a mouse. The computer component, not the game. For like the first time in my life, I see a need to specify. Mouse has always been a computer, whatchamacallit, thing, interaction thingamajig. But I have pet mice now. I have had them for a while. So
I have found the ship's manifest, crumpled and waterlogged under a stash of paint cans. It tells me that along with this present cargo, there was a large quantity of antacid yogurt bound for the European market. It must have washed out to sea. God knows there are no longer gulls or goats here to eat it.
So I'm still curious about this whole drowning thing in the water. I just saw a fish. Like, is it just any time I go under the water, it just kind of says, no, come back. Oh wait, I have time, okay. Interesting. Now, can I get back onto land? Haha! I jumped! One moment. That's not what I'm talking about. So, I don't know what this narrative is. I don't know if I'm playing as the dude who is narrating, or if it's like some sort of thing from the past that I am somehow hearing. Can I get over here? I don't know. I still don't know what the requirements are for me to be able to go up. And like climb or jump. Sometimes, like, if I just hold the button and stand there, then it will slowly go upward, but... Oh, wait, what was that? No, I want to do that again. Alright, this kind of seems like a dead end. Unfortunately. So... okay. Let me head back. This isn't a game for the impatient. I still don't really remember anything about this game. I bought it through the Humble Bundle. It costs like less than $1 per game. And, I mean, of course you can pay more than that. But, then really you should pay more than that. But anyway, like, I watched the trailer for this game, but I don't remember the trailer at all. Well, I turned it all the way. Holy crap, I'm moving the mouse like an inch and doing a 360. Oh shit. I just realized I have a fan on. And that probably wasn't making for very good audio. So here, ooh, organize that. Hey, wait a minute. Can I get across here? Barely. There's a cave. Okay, so I did pass something, because I'm pretty sure this path just goes down to...
Donnelly reported the legend of the hermit, a holy man who sought solitude in its most pure form. Allegedly, he rode here from the mainland in a boat without a bottom, so all the creatures of the sea could rise at night to converse with him. How disappointed he must have been with their chatter. Perhaps now, when all that haunts the ocean is the rubbish dumped from the tankers, he'd find more peace. They say he threw his arms wide in a valley on the south side, and the cliff opened up to provide him shelter. They say he died of fever 116 years later. The shepherds left gifts for him at the mouth of the cave, but Donnelly records they never claimed to have seen him. I have visited the cave, and I have left my gifts, but like them, I appear to be an unworthy subject of his solitude.
Well, that's intriguing, to say the least. Is this supposed to be that cave? Oh god, it's dark. I don't know how dark it is for you, but... that's it? I just... where's that light? Why isn't it there anymore? Okay. Onward. I am curious what happens if I fall down, but I didn't want to fall. I wondered if it'd like kill me and respawn me back up top, but that's obviously not what happened. Which means I now have to spend a couple more minutes going around, which is doable. But again, not a game for the impatient. I'm gonna try bumping up the settings. Unfortunately, I don't really know what reduces lag more. I don't know which of these settings is more demanding on the processor and such. The game does look better now. Unfortunately, I'm still playing in a relatively small window, which means things are still small. And therefore I always feel like I'm looking at them from a distance. Can't really see too many details. But what you gonna do? I mean, obviously I could try bumping up the settings again, making it big. Although that might fuck up the stream. I guess I'll go this way.
Donnelly's book had not been taken out from the library since 1974. I decided it would never be missed as I slipped it under my coat and avoided the librarian's gaze on the way out. If the subject matter is obscure, the writer's literary style is even more so. It is not the text of a stable or trustworthy reporter. Perhaps it is fitting that my only companion in these last days should be a stolen book written by a dying man.
I don't know if these little passages are supposed to have context or not. Is that from the newspaper? Looks like it.
When someone had died or was dying, or was so ill they gave up what little hope they could sacrifice, they cut parallel lines into the cliff, exposing the white chalk beneath. You could see them from the mainland or the fishing boat, and know to send aid or impose a cordon of protection, and wait a generation until whatever pestilence stalked the cliff paths died along with its hosts. My lines are just for this, to keep any would-be rescuers at bay. The infection is not simply of the flesh.
I'm pretty sure I did see lines on the cliff walls when I was down. So that's interesting. Oh, foliage.
They were God-fearing people, those shepherds. There was no love in the relationship. Donnelly tells me that they had one Bible that was passed around in strict rotation. It was stolen by a visiting monk in 1776, 2 years before the island was abandoned altogether. In the interim, I wonder, did they assign chapter and verse to the stones and grasses, marking the geography with a superimposed significance that they could actually walk the Bible and inhabit its contradiction.
Alright, I can't go up that way. I feel the need to explore every little nook and cranny in case there's something that I wouldn't see, that I would miss. But I'm not sure this is the kind of game that would actually have anything anywhere. I think that was a butterfly that just flew through my face.
Dear Esther, I met Paul. I made my own little pilgrimage. My Damascus, a small semi-detached on the outskirts of Wolverhampton. We drank coffee in his kitchen and tried to connect to one another. Although he knew I hadn't come in search of an apology, reason or retribution, he still spiraled in panic, thrown high and lucid by his own dented bonnet. Responsibility had made him old. Like us, he'd already passed beyond any conceivable boundary of life.
I'm hearing heartbeats. He was talking about a shipwreck earlier. Am I hearing radio? I heard some spooky shit, dude. Like, I want to get over to the shipwreck, but I don't know if I can. I'll try this cave.
I would leave you presents outside your retreat in this interim space between cliff and beach. I would leave you loaves and fishes, but the fish stocks have been depleted and I've run out of bread. I would row you back to your homeland in a bottomless boat, but I fear we would both be driven mad by the chatter of the sea creatures.
Well, this is certainly interesting. Looks like we got a tree. Another bit of ethanol with something on it. We have crates with more paint. Is that like glow-in-the-dark paint? Is that how they got that shit? Just paper. There's a sleeping hole here. Okay. So somebody camped out here. And apparently wrote stuff. I do not know what this is. Looks like another tree and another kind of thing there. Fish and bones and bread. Okay, I am going to try to bump up the whatchamacallit. Just go native. Let me run in the window with no border. Or let's just do full screen because that probably reduces lag a bit. Now, I'm sure that messed up the stream, but I'm going to try playing for a little bit just to see how much lag there is. And I am not lagging, which means... This is spooky, yo. Alright, yeah, let me go check on the stream. Yeah.